Alright everyone, welcome. Kevin here for Channel Mana League with another M14 8-4 draft. I am coming at you once again with our good friend Lucky Draw.
What up, y'all?
So jump right in here, I guess. And a Johnny. I think white, probably the weakest color in the set by far, but not so weak that I'm going to pass a Johnny.
Yeah, I mean it's the weakest color. I don't know if it's maybe it's that far enough behind the other ones.
Yeah, it's far enough. Maybe you'd pass like a pacifism for something a little less good, maybe, but probably not in a Johnny.
No, Johnny good.
Other than that, the best cards here are probably the Water Servant's really strong, Quag Sickness. Yeah, if I wasn't taking a Johnny, it'd probably be one of those two cards.
Yeah, I mean, Water Servant.
Yeah, once again, just because I think blue is super strong. Black's okay though. All right, well we'll snap up a Johnny. Okie dokie. Well, we got options here.
Wow.
This is a loaded pack.
Yeah.
Pretty strong. The Battle Sliver is pretty good if you get a Sliver deck running. The Predatory Sliver also pretty good. Giant Spider. I would say the two choices here. It's got to be.
The Awakened Ancient is a 7/7.
Yeah, if you like 7/7 giants, I guess. I mean, it's got to be between the Giant and the Outrage, right?
I think so. I mean, Spider good, Sliver good, but a 7/7 and one of the best removal spells. I like those.
Yeah, it's a tough choice. I mean, this is triple red, which puts you pretty heavily red, but double red's pretty good. I will say this about the Wake and the Ancient is, because it is an aura, it can just be kind of like a Time Ebb or Dispersed, or I guess Time Ebb just puts it back, but I think I'm going to take the Outrage. What do you think?
I would have gone with the Awaken. I like bombs over answers to bombs.
Sure. I guess that's a reasonable position. But here, Liturgy is really good, but I think we just stick with red removal and flames, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty easy. Or not two red cards, but one good red card, and flames is the best card anyway.
Yeah, no, I think flames is pretty strong. I mean, it's not outrage good, but it's pretty strong. I think Awaken the Ancient's probably a reasonable choice there too. Maybe it's just better.
Yeah, I mean, I like it a little better. I don't think they're miles apart.
Yeah.
I like a draft where you start with a bomb and two premium removal spell.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if we were already red, if it was pack 2 and we were very red and that was the choice, I think I'd take the Awaken the Ancient. I think the triple red. I mean, to make it. It's 7/7 haste, which is awesome, but to make it haste, it's going to be a turn 5 play, and it's going to be a turn 5 play where you have to have 4 mountains.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to see a mono red deck developing here.
Yeah, and of course another liturgy. So that's the second liturgy, I think.
Yeah, we keep passing too.
Yeah, well,
and we're going to do that again, right?
Yeah, I think have to. I mean, I haven't seen any good white cards, but that might just be because there's not that many good white cards in the set. But I think I like Academy Raider, but I think it's got to be between the Pitchburn Devils and the Shiv's Embrace.
Yeah, I was just gonna add, I'm not sure which of those two to take. I mean,
I think even though it's an aura, which makes you open for 2-for-1s, Shiv's Embrace just can win games. So I think that's what I want to take here.
I think so.
We have zero creatures.
-2 auras is still there.
Yeah.
And Pitchburn Devils is a nice 2-for-1 often.
Well, and there's one right there. So.
Well, if we knew we were going to get a Pitchburn Devils right after, you don't want too many 5-drops, so that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I would say Pitchburn Devils are definitely good, and people pick them up, but I think as commons, they tend to float around a little bit more than the Shiv's Embrace, which is kind of why I kind of prioritize that, even though we have 0 creatures. But here's a Pitchburn Devils. I mean, sure, we could have a Suntail Hawk. We got to have some creatures for a Johnny, but what about a Pitchburn Devils?
Yeah, I mean, we can see in pack 2 if the white keeps coming back to us.
Yeah. We
can abandon a Johnny and,
True.
take 5 tickets or whatever he is.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's worth that much, but maybe.
Is it not 5?
I have no idea, actually. I'll look it up in just a sec. I actually haven't played with a Johnny, but it seems
pretty good.
Seems pretty good. I actually like Griffin Sentinel a lot. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem that good, but the 1/3, there's so many like 2/1s in black, like X1s, and this guy just blocks them with the Vigilance. So I think that's what I want to take here. Is that or a Dragon Egg? I guess Thunderstrike, but I think the Sentinel maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, I like Sentinel. I would go with Thunderstrike if not that, or maybe even a different color card. But
Yeah.
nothing that was that strong.
Yeah, and that's a pretty late Deathgaze Cockatrice, so I guess with all the liturgies we've seen and the Deathgaze Cockatrice going pick 7, black might be pretty open. It's between that and a Show of Valor, which is a pretty reasonable trick.
Yeah, I think I would like to take the Cockatrice here. It could be that we pass too much black and we're going to get completely cut off that pack too, but
it probably does have a
Not
bit
getting
more
that
upside over a Show, so that works for me. And then the Cursed Spirit. So those are two pretty strong black cards right off the shoot.
yeah,
I think that's the pick. I don't really care about indestructibility.
you could have an indestructible, embraced Pitchburn Devils.
Yeah, that's true. A Johnny's a 2. Looks like it's about a 2 or a 3. Yeah, 2 or a 3. Planeswalkers are going pretty cheap these days, most of them. Many of them. So,
Seacoast Drake.
yeah, there's a Seacoast Drake. It's pretty good, but if we think maybe black, we could take the dress, or if we want to stick with white, I mean, Siege Mastodon's not really all that great, though.
Nothing here is.
No. I mean, you could even pick up the Seacoast Drake.
Pretty late, but I don't think we've seen that much blue.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we just take a dress, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's another Seacoast Drake.
Hmm.
I mean, as blue flyers go, you know, the 1/3, it is very similar to this guy in that it's a good blocker and it flies, but this guy's got Vigilance, so he can block and ping, which is not unreasonable. But I would say all of these cards are okay. What do you like here?
I don't know. Ingot for splash, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but we'll just see, I guess. There's Seacoast Drake number 3.
A whole lot of drakes.
I don't really think I want to play Lava Axe, and this does not look like an aggressive deck at this point, so I don't think...
I agree. I would take it anyway, because what else are you going to do? Take a Foil Swamp?
Yes.
I mean, okay.
Altar's Reap, I think, is fine. It's probably better than Soulmender, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're playing white, Soulmender can be played.
Well, and Alter's Reap is nice with certain things like the... whatever the red card is, it makes 2 elementals and you flip a coin.
Yeah, we'll take the Demolish for the sideboard so that we can get the guy who took the Awaken the Ancient. Ha Never see it coming. Alright, let's see what we run into here. I would say so far, not amazing. Oh, hey, a Sarah Angel. That's a reason to be in white.
Yeah, I mean, how do we feel right now? Well, I mean, I guess there isn't much to say. There's a Sarah Angel here.
Right, well, there's a Sarah Angel, and then, I mean, if it's not that, we're going to take a Blur Sliver, a Mark of the Vampire, a Corpse Hauler. I mean, it's just so much stronger than any of the black options, since we're kind of torn between these two colors. I would say, I mean, like, Duress and Altar's Reap are, like...
I mean, really, even in red, we have 4 cards, but I mean, that's our strongest color, so we gotta be red.
I think we gotta be red. I think it's gotta be Sarah Angel, and then maybe we'll get white coming back this way, and we'll be, like, mostly red, some white. I mean, we're not passing up anything in our colors. Woodborne Behemoth is sweet, but we're far away from playing that.
If the Angel wasn't here, we'd probably take Mark of the Vampire.
Yeah, or maybe Celestial Flare if thought we were going to go white, but...
Yeah, I mean, if we were looking at a black or red card.
Yeah, or I mean, you could even take the Blur Sliver and just say, hey, it's a card on our colors, but I think, yeah, we'll take up the Sarah Angel here. Oh, man. Guess the guy to our left was not green either. Primeval Bounty. I think that's worth like 1 or 2. Enough that I won't take it here. I won't rare draft it, but that's a sweet card. I do love playing with Primeval Bounty, but actually it's buying for 2, so it's probably worth almost 3 tickets. But what do we have here that we can play? Anything good? Not really.
Well, if we want to switch gears again, Corrupt is pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, even if we're black, though, we're not going to be that black, probably.
I don't know. I mean, we could easily end up 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, do you think Corrupt is worth playing in a deck that you have 7 swamps?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Alright. I mean,
It's not at its best, of course, but
it's that or one of these
playing,
white,
yeah.
that or one of these white creatures.
I mean, Steelform Sliver is fine too.
Yeah. I would say, I mean, I'd probably rather play white even though I don't love white because I think these cards are stronger. How about the Capuchin Knight?
Yeah, it's okay.
Alright, we'll take Corrupt. Alrighty. So we got another Deathgaze Cockatrice to keep us in the black. Wall of Swords or Auramancer, no red cards, again. Or a Gnawing Zombie. This doesn't really look... I mean, in black-red, of course, you can get the threaten, sacrifice type effects with a Gnawing Zombie. But I think I'd rather just pick up another Deathgaze Cockatrice. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is the pick where we probably have to. I mean, the other picks that we've made, we haven't given up much in the color we didn't take.
Right.
But this one, Wall of Swords is pretty strong.
Well,
I actually like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it does its job very well.
I mean, there's decks that just can't attack past it.
That's true.
So,
That's a tough call. I mean, I don't really care. I'm going to hide the black stuff. I don't really care about playing those cards, which puts us between these two
I think
two
I
stacks.
would go Wall of Swords.
All right.
I think I like our white better than our black.
I mean, it's hard not to like a Johnny and Sarah Angel.
Right.
There's an Act of Treason, Regaith and Firecat, the Ajani's Chosen, which...
Can you enlarge that? I kind of forget what he does.
He's a 4-mana 3/3, and if you get an enchantment, you get a 2/2 white token.
And we don't have any enchantments, right?
We have a Shiv's Embrace.
Okay.
That's about it.
I think we take it anyway.
I mean, it's that or maybe Dawnstrike Paladin. I mean, there's Active Treason and Regaith and Firecat too.
Yeah, but if we're red-white, we probably don't have sacrifice outlets for Act.
That's probably true. And, I mean, I don't know how many... I'm going to go ahead and certify... And I don't know if we need a Dawnstrike Paladin right now. Auramancer would be good if we had auras, but I guess we'll take it. Maybe we'll pick up some pacifisms or something.
I figure even as a hill giant, he's okay, and the upside is nice.
Hey!
Wow.
Sarah Angel number 2 at pick 20.
We have chosen wisely.
Yeah. So there you go. See a Sarah Angel, pick up a Sarah Angel. It's weird because we haven't really seen a ton of strong white cards other than the 2 Sarah Angels. And we opened one of those. But, like, I don't know how this gets here, pick 5, if anyone to our left is white.
Yeah.
So that's an easy pick. If it weren't for the Sarah Angel, I guess it would probably be between the Hive Stirrings and Lightning Talons, maybe?
Yeah.
And Lightning Talons is better if you have creatures. But we'll snap up Sarah Angel. Alright, again, I guess no red behind us. Someone must have opened something they like in red to our left, because we've snapped up most of the good red, and yet we're seeing no red come back this way, so...
yeah.
Someone must have... but we should see red pack 3. Not really...
What do you think about Guardian?
I don't think Guardian's that good. I haven't actually played it, so I'm just kind of guesstimating the quality of the card, but... I mean, 7/7 Defender... does nothing. Obviously, it makes it so they can't attack you, but the thing is, they can just wait until it's a good time. Obviously, it's...
Yeah, I agree. I don't love him, but I'm really not a big fan of Kabation Knight. I guess that could be the pick anyway.
I think it is the pick. I have to just say sorry about that, because I think we need it. We need creatures, and with the Johnny, I mean, we need creatures. Here it's got to be Charging Griffin, eh?
Yeah.
Stillform Sliver's fine, but Charging Griffin...
Yeah, I mean, just for reasons that were on the previous pick, our curve is a little heavy right now. We could probably hide the black. Okay?
Yeah, I think that's. Once you get Sarah Angel pick two Sarah Angels with a Johnny, I think at that point you probably have to just say, okay, we gotta go white. So here, I don't think I really like the Cyclops Tyrant. I guess if you know you're not playing a red deck, he deals 3 damage, but he's a 6 mana guy. Same with the Hatchling. I don't love any of these cards. What do you like?
None of these cards.
Alright, Soul Mender in case we have to play it. Oh, that's a late train Condor. And a Divination. So, okay, I mean, blue is strong in this set, for sure. I mean, I don't know. I guess take the Cyclops Tyrant rather than hate something in case we have to play it.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about our playable count.
Yeah. Um.
Uh,
Hmm. I mean, Trollhide's pretty strong, but Capacious Knight
well,
number
I'll
2.
say this. I have an aversion to Capacious Knight. He's not my kind of card, so I don't think I've ever picked him. So I guess I'll see how good he is.
You were gonna see him several times. I think both Pay No Heat and Thunderstrike are both pretty decent. You have a preference to one of those?
I prefer Thunderstrike. If only because I think of AC/DC every time it comes up.
Yeah. That would almost make me want the Pay No Heat more. I'll take the Thunderstrike. We do need to pick up some creatures. Pay No Heat's obviously a better defensive card. I don't think we need an Encroaching Waste. I guess we'll just hate an Armored Kinkrix.
Hey, you got a guard against Mutavaults.
That's true. Sideboard for Mutavault.
Where's the tech?
I know. I'm so behind so behind in my Magic thinking. I will give someone a Merfolk Spy. Enjoy. If we lose to Merfolk Spy, we can blame it on me taking a land over it.
Okay.
So I'd say this deck is interesting. We're definitely relying on good cards like Sarah's Angels and Ajani's to have a chance of winning here. But
yeah, I like the card quality that we have, and this is a problem that kind of a hole in my drafting style. M14 seems to be more about those little 2-card combos or synergies, at least, and I don't think we have a whole lot of that.
Yeah, we could pass on the Flames or the Shock for an Angelic Accord and go life gain. But I don't think so. You like Flames or Shock better?
I definitely like Flames.
Yeah, me too. All right, well that's what we're gonna pick. Not really anything to wheel here unless a Canyon Minotaur or Sentinel Sliver returns, I guess. Could play Silence. Doesn't seem all that amazing, but Dismissed into Dream. We totally missed out on the combo. We got an interesting choice here, actually. I mean, Shock's really good, and then there's Fire Shrieker. What do you think? I see a lot of drafters online not really even consider Fire Shrieker. It's been pretty good for me, but we don't have a lot of creatures, so maybe just Shock.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think Fire Shrieker a little bit underrated. Gosh, I don't know if I like it over Shock, though.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if we had more than 11 creatures, although I guess Hive Stirrings is kind of like 12 creatures.
Well, I don't know if Hive Stirrings makes me want to play Fire Shrieker more.
Yeah, you get 1/1 double strikes. If that's not living the dream, I don't know what is. Alright, yeah, we'll just take the Shock. I think that's fine. So, I guess dude, these drafts have been so confusing to me. Like, we didn't see a whole lot of blue, and then there's Clones and Opportunities in the same pack, like, coming around. It is only pick 3, but, I mean, no one to our right's playing blue that likes those cards. Anyways, we don't really need a Barrage. I mean, there's a Thunderstrike, a Dawnstrike Paladin, or an Academy Raider. I'm kind of thinking Academy Raider. What do you think?
Yeah, I like Academy Raider. I do like to look at the deck when I see a Barrage and see if we've got like a bunch of 1/1s, but I mean, we have the Hive Stirrings, but you know, if we had like a Pyromancer or that I think it's Molten Birth, the 1/1 Elemental.
Yeah, and I mean, really, sacrificing even a 1/1 to deal 1 damage isn't amazing. It's really more great if you're doing threaten type effects. Like, that's when you need it, I think, more than even having 1/1s. I mean, if you have a ton of them, like, I guess if you have...
yes and no, but I mean, how many threaten effects are you ever going to run? But...
Well, I guess.
But those 1/1s, I mean, they let you block and then ping and make combat tough for the opponent.
Jesus.
I would like it if we had those.
Colossal Whale.
Well,
Colossal
let's kill them
Whale.
before they can whale us.
My god, nobody's blue. Alright, sorry about that. Lost a pick there with the recording software. We ended up taking a Pitchburn Devils over a Charging Griffin. And I was talking about how Colossal Whale was still there. And how I can never figure out signals in these 8-4 drafts because we didn't see any blue pack 1, and then there's Colossal Whale.
Well, somebody changed their mind, but yeah, we did take that Pitchburn Devils over the Griffin. I mean, I think Griffin might be a slightly better card in a vacuum, but I'm a little worried about our defensive capability. For that same reason, I think Angelic Ball is pretty good for us here.
Try to slow down the onslaught. Plus, it's a 2-drop, which helps probably a bit.
Yeah.
So, another Griffin Sentinel, a Canyon Minotaur, or a Dawnstrike Paladin. I have no interest in a Flesh Pulper Giant, so I'm not even going to talk about it.
Wait, let's talk about it.
Probably just another Griffin Sentinel, right? I mean, it's only 1/3, but...
I think so. I think with 4 5-drops that we want to play, I'd rather have the 3.
Yeah, and I mean, Dawnstrike Paladin's okay, but I don't know that it's that amazing.
I mean, how do you? I think our win con is pretty good right now with 2 Sarahs, a Shiv's Embrace, to make somebody a Sarah Angel, and then a Johnny.
Yeah, I think that boils it down, and we do have some removal and 2 Flames and a Chandra's Outrage and a Shock. So I mean, it's not like we don't have a ton of creatures, but we do have some pretty strong removal. There's an Accursed Spirit. I would say we haven't seen a ton. I don't think we've seen a lot of black coming in Pack 3 other than this Accursed Spirit. So I think our white ended up better than our black would have been, for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely like that we ended up white.
It's between a 1/1 Striking Sliver, which I don't think is going to do much for us, a Divine Favor on a low creature count, which might be okay, actually. It does give us more wall-type effects, or the Accorder Shield, which also gives us wall-type effects, which I never really think about playing, but it might be okay. What do you think?
I think pick a card and hope we don't have to play it.
Done. Alright.
All the Sentinels.
Yeah, I mean, a Brave the Elements, a Griffin Sentinel, or a Thunderstrike, and I think we just run a whole bunch of Griffin...
Just because we have 30 seconds, how many white creatures do we have for Brave the Elements?
Din, 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 din. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hopefully not 11.
No, Hive Stirrings was colorless.
Right, I didn't count it.
Oh, okay.
But I think probably Griffin Sentinel, right? I mean, Brave the Elements...
Sentinel.
I think Brave the Elements keeps Sarah Angels alive, but... Oh, another Angelic Accord. We could have done it.
We have a Soul Mender.
Yeah, exactly. It gets us a fourth of the way there. I don't... Silence... It doesn't seem great. I mean, I guess you play it during their upkeep step and they can't play any spells their entire turn. It's almost like a Time Walk, but I guess probably just Canyon Minotaur here, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there it is right there. What do you think? Siege Mastodon in the 5 spot or just a Show of Valor? Probably just Show of Valor, eh?
Yeah, Show of Valor's fine.
Alright, another Thunderstrike probably?
I think we play over the Show of Valor if we do play 2 tricks.
Play the Thunderstrike over the Show of Valor?
Maybe not, I don't know.
Alright, well... Suntail Hawk. Suntail Hawk.
Actually, I guess the 4 toughness does more than the first strike would do.
I think it probably does. I mean, I guess it's obviously a situational, but overall, it's probably better.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're going to see what we can do, and if we can come up with 23 semi-playable cards to go with our other strong cards, and we'll come back and chat about our final decisions, because really, that's what we're here to do, is chat about decisions, both final or otherwise.
Okay.
Alrighty, we are back. We have a 23 card deck minus lands, which is something. And a little light on creatures. I mean, 15's actually not really that bad. We are running... I guess I could drop down our tricks and such. We do have pretty good removal.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And 2 Sarah Angels. And an Ajani. So, yeah, that's what we decided. Yeah. That's what we decided to go with. We took out the Hive Stirrings. We just figured 2 1/1s wasn't great. We played Canyon Minotaur instead. A little beefier. Probably not going to win us the game, but 2 1/1s probably aren't going to do a whole lot for us either. No Lava Axe. We're not really all that aggressive. And decided to go with 1 Thunderstrike and 1 Show of Valor. Give us a little bit of diversity in spells.
I will say, I kind of like Lava Axe more than most, even in a deck that's not that aggressive. Just lowering the opponent from 20 to 15 is pretty solid.
True, and even if you're looking down the face of death, you can, if you have them almost dead, you can just Lava Axe for the win if you have it. I mean, we could play it. I don't know what we'd want to play it over.
I don't think I would put it in the main deck, but something that we can look for as a 23rd. Probably over, well, you know what, my least favorite guy that we have here.
Sarah Angel?
Yeah, sided in over Sarah Angel.
Yeah. So, I think 9-8, that looks about right. We definitely have early double white cards, more double whites than double reds. 2 good double red cards plus Shiv's Embrace is good, obviously, with the more mountains you have, but I still think 9-8 is probably correct.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a quick sort by color. I think we have more white anyway, don't we?
I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Yeah.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Definitely
Yeah.
9-8.
Yeah, like 18 white source, 18 white costs, I guess, and 12 red. So actually quite a bit more white than red. Plus we need these Capuchin Knights, but I still don't think I want to go more than 9-8. I think 9-8 is probably what we want to do. Obviously we need white for Capuchin Knights. I know he's your favorite, so we got to make sure he represents. I will say this about Capuchin Knight, even though he's not that amazing, he's pretty good with Ajani.
Yeah, we've got 1/1 counters on him. Now that makes him a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, he's still not amazing, but all right. Well, that's what we're going to submit, and we're going to go to round 1. Hopefully, we can get something going here. If I'm going to keep losing in 8-4 M14 drafts, I at least want to do it in a team draft format because then I can at least place at least half the blame on you. So,
fantastic.
Yeah, that way I'm only half of a loser.
I knew I was here for a reason.
Yeah, so we'll go to round 1 and see if maybe we can't pull something out here. I think this deck seems okay. I mean, we definitely have some high-powered cards. I would say we have a lot of high-powered cards. We definitely have some kind of duddy kind of cards, but...
Yeah, it's not the greatest draft deck I've ever seen, but it's pretty solid. I think it could get to final, sure.
I mean, we definitely have some really strong cards with, like, the removal, the Ajani's, and the Sarah Angels, and, I mean, even Pitchburn Devils are pretty good, so... they're probably not going to win you a game, but they'll keep you around, hopefully. So, all right, let's submit it and see how it goes.